Since we've been here preparing our equipment, there's been lots of banging, walking.
As that bang happened, I think I caught it on camera. I saw something black go across the roof like that. Fucking hell, that's loud. That's close. That probably would make us jump. Whoa, did you see that?
Is it possible you can do that, please? Jesus.
What's your name and when were you in here? What was that?
Yes, sir, yes,
Living poison. Manufactured record.
yes, sir.
Go.
Yes, sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Here we go.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Here we go.
It's like a light is in my face, but I can't fall for you. I close my eyes and drift away. I've overdosed on you. Cause then you wake up dead one day.
Cane Hill Asylum Death Tunnels. The hospital was opened in 1882. Many patients inside these asylums were not wanted by society or their families and were brought here by their relatives to be left and forgotten, and were locked up for no clear psychiatric reason. Therapy back in these days were very limited, so psychiatrists began to experiment with new ideas and treatments with physical interventions on the body, such as electroconvulsive therapy. This involved passing an electric current through the brain to induce a seizure. More drastic measures were also used, the lobotomy. During the 1980s, the asylums started to close one by one because of the advance in medicine, and by 1990, patients had become discharged into society with support and care in the community. The asylums are now closed forever, which were home to over 150,000 people who became the dustbins of humanity. There were over 1,600 patients at the asylum, occupying 43 wards with 700 staff, with secure wings for murderers and rapists. The asylum also had a cemetery for inmates, which was last used in September 1950. Remains of nearly 6,000 bodies were exhumed and cleared when the hospital was up for redevelopment in 1981. The dead of the asylum were taken through the service tunnels known today as the Causden Deep Shelter, which was used as protection during the war against enemy air raids. During the 1950s and 1960s, the tunnels were used by Cox, Hargreaves and Thompson Limited, a company manufacturing lenses for telescopes.
From a horticulturist's dream world to this uncultivated, rather depressing stretch of countryside. Not far from London, but to all intents and purposes in the middle of nowhere, even the most top-secret activities could pass unnoticed. Hearing about this hidden underground rendezvous, we laid in wait for our mysterious early morning caller and grimly determined, followed him. It had occurred to us that this must be a cunningly concealed wartime air raid shelter. But the war had been over for 15 years. And what was that suspicious-looking object the stranger was carrying? However, although this is the most unusual sight we've ever encountered for a factory, there's quite a simple explanation. The work carried out here is so precise that a constant temperature is necessary, and in this underground shelter it never varies winter or summer. Neither is there any mystery about the work itself. The men here belong to a Coulsdon, Surrey firm which manufactures telescopes. The round object we saw being brought in was, of course, a mirror. The construction of a telescope can take as long as 18 months. That is, apart from the giant ones, which naturally take longer. So we're only showing a small section of the work, during which a 20-inch mirror is finally polished. Men like Frederick Hargreaves here are used to working to such microscopic limits that the degree of error on the mirror's concave area can never be more than 1/20th of a wavelength of sodium light, or, to the layman, 1/2 millionth of an inch. The telescope, as we know it, hasn't changed very much since the days of Newton, having a primary concave mirror and a secondary reflector. And although much of the public's imagination has been captured recently by the radio telescope, their uses and consequent value are quite separate and complement each other. At this stage, incidentally, the silver compound is added to the polished glass. If it's just a looking glass you're after, this is obviously not the place to come. Mirrors like these reflect the dreams of all those who look to the heavens for the future of mankind.
From 1991, the hospital then lay derelict for years, and then on the 13th of November 2010, a fire broke out in the administration block which destroyed the front of the building. Seven years after the fire, the hospital was demolished and the area has now 200 homes in its place. But deep underground, the tunnels still exist. Several years ago, we heard that there was paranormal activity within the tunnel system, so we went to investigate. We've got our static night vision camera filming down that way, so whatever moved, it would be on camera. And probably a hell of a lot louder than what's being picked up on the digital recorder.
That made me jump.
What was that?
That was loud. It's from behind us somewhere. Is there anybody down there? And people are looked after properly, or they should be anyway. Okay, you coughed.
Electric's up on the wall.
Are you a man or a woman? Or perhaps a child?
To a waiting car or truck to take you to be buried? Do you remember that journey?
So many people feel like that and don't talk about it. If that's how you feel, you may feel like that now. Come and talk to us about it.
And since then, the activity seems to have escalated.
Something at the end of the tunnel is banging.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Something at the end of the tunnel?
Hello? Anyone down there? There's still the left side of the tunnel that we haven't explored just yet.
Well, we gotta be careful because that's
What the f is that?
nice.
Right, you can't tell me there's not a homeless guy here. Yeah.
There's nobody here, dude. Huh?
We would have heard him running.
Yeah. But that's a long corridor to run to. Yeah, bro, there's nobody in here. What the hell? Dude, that was something paranormal. Toward the right side of it. Like, there's more tunnels that we haven't seen yet. Like, there's a lot more to check out. What is that? What the f?
Okay. Come on, let's go find out what's going on.
Yo, we need to go, we need to go, we need to go. Turn left, 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 left. What the f is that? What the f is that? Oh my god! What the f is that? What the? Oh shit! Oh shit! Come on, come on!
I would put that there and close the door, innit?
Yeah.
I should have known.
Are we going straight or what? Are we going?
I want to playing tricks in the I swear I could see someone walking around. I'm serious, I look like someone was walking away from us. Is it warmed up?
Is it a figure? Is there someone stood there?
That's what I'm saying.
There's someone stood there. There is actually someone stood there.
It can't be, surely.
There's someone. There must be. There is. What the fuck was? Okay.
With so many people being forced to leave by an unseen force, it was time for us to return to the Cane Hill Asylum death tunnels. So here we are back in the Cane Hill death tunnels. And just behind me, that face that you see, that would have been the entrance to where they would have brought down the bodies from Cane Hill Hospital. Also, it was used as a World War II shelter. And on the other side was
all sorts of noises already.
as I was saying, on the other side is where they used to make the lenses for telescopes. Since we've been here preparing our equipment, there's been lots of banging, walking. Now, the reason that we've come back here is simply because we've seen some film recently of some urban explorers in here. And they caught some great footage, things being thrown, full-bodied apparition. Now, it was either paranormal or there was someone down here trying to scare them. The only problem with that is if you're down here with no torch, no lighting, there is no way that you can walk around. In fact, we'll show you. Okay, Mark, I'm going to turn off my light. You turn off yours. Let's show.
I'll point down there to show how dark it is in here. Hang on, let me turn it off. That's what we're seeing.
So, as you can see, it is pitch black. You cannot walk around here without any sort of light source.
It'd be impossible, you'd just be banging into things.
So, as this was the entrance underneath the hospital where they brought down the bodies, let's see if we can capture any voices. The fuck?
I can hear fucking walking around.
If there is anybody here with us, could you please shout out or make a loud noise? My name is Jeff, and the gentleman in front of me is Mark. So please, can you make yourself known?
There's someone moving around.
Did you once stay at the hospital? I know that in the hospital they've done some dreadful things.
Whoa. It's fucking crazy.
I know at the hospital they've done some dreadful things to the patients. What did they do to you? My digital recorder is capturing an EVP, a man's voice asking, "What are we stealing?" Here is the enhanced audio.
Jeff, as that bang happened, I think I caught it on camera. I saw something black go across the roof like that. From in front of where we are, across the roof. And I think the camera caught that because I saw it with both the camera and with my own eyes.
Is there someone down there? Who's down there? I can hear walking.
Fucking hell, that's loud. That's close. Where are you? Fuck me. I can hear you walking. Come closer. Whatever it is, it sounds like it's getting closer. Let's go back down to that intersection now, minute, Jeff.
Another EVP is received, a man telling us that his name is Martin. Here is the audio with enhancements. It was time to go night vision, and we head further into the tunnel system. You'll see a row of lights on the floor. They won't harm you. All they'll do is light up if you go near them or touch them. That way we will know that you're with us. Is it possible you can do that, please? Jesus. Is it possible you can do that, please? Jesus. Is it possible you can do that, please? Jesus. Can you come and join us? Touch the lights on the floor. They will change different colours. Or alternatively, further on, there is another device. Again, if you go near that and touch that, that will activate as well. Can you please come forward? We head into the tunnels from where we were hearing the loud banging. This section was where the telescopic lenses were manufactured.
We've now come down to one of the tunnels that's probably the furthest one from the entrance, and this was where it was a secret manufacturing facility for telescopic lenses during World War II. Behind me, there's still a lot of the machinery in place that they didn't take when they abandoned this, and it's quite interesting to see. So I'd like to call out, do we have any of the employees that used to work at the telescopic manufacturing? If so, could you tell me your name, please? Also, these tunnels, these extensive tunnels, should I say, were used as air raid shelters during World War II. And I'm sure there was a lot of happiness, sadness, and all other emotions when families with children, grandparents had to come down here and shelter during the Blitz. Do we maybe have anyone that came down here and used this as an air raid shelter during the war? Black shadow that's been seen, do you think you could show yourself to us? You're fighting many people out of these tunnels. Do you like it when people come down so you can scare them? Who are you? Do you have a name? If anybody still comes back to these tunnels that were in the asylum, what's your name and when were you in here? What was that?
Walking.
Oh right, I was talking so I didn't hear. Who's that? Who's that behind Jeff? What happened?
There's walking
Down that
tunnel and it come up right behind our camera. Hold on, let me go and see.
Yeah, go on. Show yourself. Show yourself on our camera. We'll be able to see you even if it's in the dark. Who are you? Are you an asylum patient? Somebody from the war?
I hear footsteps approach from the tunnel behind us, and when I look, there is nobody there. Here is the audio taken from our digital recorder.
If anybody still comes back to these tunnels that were in the asylum, what's your name and when were you in here? What was that?
Walking.
Oh right, I was talking so I didn't hear. Who's that? Who's that behind Jeff? If anybody still comes back to these tunnels that were in the asylum, what's your name and when were you in here? What was that?
Walking.
Oh right, I was talking so I didn't hear. Who's that? Who's that behind Jeff?
Yeah, so just wanted to make sure because I heard that walking.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to go and show that there's nothing down there, and there wasn't anything down there. For someone to get away that quick, they can't. The tunnel was so long.
And you'd see the light. They'd need a torch anyway, because I just said on camera when you went down there, I can't even see my hand in front of my face. It's that dark. So whatever's down here has got the ability to see in the dark. Could you walk towards us again, please? You did scare us a little bit, or scared Jeff, but if you walk down now and we're expecting it, that would be good. I've got another device behind my left shoulder. It's much the same as the cat balls. If you go up near, but this one, if you go near it, it'll make a buzzing noise and flash. Now if you could touch that, that probably would make us jump. Whoa, did you see that? Thank you very much.
It was only a slight little
Yeah.
tiny little flash.
Oh, that made me go cold, that did then. Could you do it again, please? That was really good.
Mark asks for whoever it was to light up the REM pod again, and a response is received. A voice saying, "That was me." Here is the audio, the best. It can be enhanced.
Could you do it again, please? That was really good. Could you do it again, please? That was really good.
So we've come to this section, and the reason because when Mark finished his last session, we was coming back to where we've got our equipment, and as we passed this tunnel, Mark heard a woman talking, which is totally impossible. So we've set up the REM pod here, and we've got the EMF tripwire that's running all the way along the floor, and also I'm now running the sensitive digital recorder. Hello there. Mark, my friend here, says that he heard you talking. A woman was speaking. We didn't quite hear what you were saying. Is it possible you could do that again for us, please, so we can hear you? So can you please join us?
It sounds like someone's tapping on a static hammer down there. It's like sort of a plastic tapping noise.
Is there someone there? Someone's moving.
Yeah, in that cross section. Oh, my hairs are standing on end. Fucking hell.
Hello there. My name's Jeff. And that's Mark. What's your name, please? Walking again. If you can hear me, it's okay, you know, that you're making these noises. We can hear you walking around. But we'd like you to do something with this equipment. Touch the lights, touch that device. It's like you're watching us from afar. What's a different noise? Just for the camera, there's even louder banging now coming from just over there. So please, can you touch any of these lights or touch the device? Or indeed, shout out as loud as you can so we can hear you with our own ears. Movement comes from beside us, and there is also a man's laugh which is captured on my digital recorder. Here is the audio enhanced. So it seems like something's coming closer. We've got our static cam there, but it's like something's behind the static cam watching us, and something's moving, and it's coming closer. Shit. That's fucking mad.
Come closer, don't be afraid. We're nice people. The lady I heard, were you from the asylum? Did you die and were brought through here? And for some reason you come back? Because I'm probably 100% certain I heard you talking. What's your name?
Shortly after our session, all the noises ceased and all fell silent, so we completed our investigation at the Cane Hill Asylum death tunnels.